Welcome to the Essentials to Empower channel. Today we're talking about how to set up a weaving wheel and how to teach this skill in a crafts class. Watch my other videos to learn how to make a weaving wheel and also how to actually weave on one.
When you're ready to teach your class, it's good to go ahead and explain a little bit about the process that you're going to follow. Weaving wheels are an ancient technique called kumihimo, which is Japanese for union of threads. We're going to be doing the simplest form of kumihimo today, which just has 7 strands. Depending on the person that you're preparing the friendship bracelet for, you'll need to have thread approximately 40 inches long. First, we need to select 7 colors for the weaving wheel. I'm choosing a graduated selection of browns and blues for my weaving wheel. Each of these threads needs to be cut, depending on the recipient of your bracelet, 20 inches for a young child or 30 inches, 40 inches for a woman, and probably about 50 inches for a large man. If you want to make a necklace, you just have to make it a lot longer. I'm using craft thread, which can be purchased at most craft stores. You want to have your students cut 7 threads of approximately 40 inches. I'm going to use the measuring tools that I had prepared before, which are 10 inches. It's nice if you teach your students to just count them 1, 2, 3, 4 lengths of 10 makes 40 inches, and then I cut. Once I have one thread that's 40 inches, I can pass my measuring tool to the next student so they can measure, and then I can just use my thread to measure all my other. So I'll just use one of each color. I take off the sleeves because I've actually rolled these up myself and I'm not sure whether they'll tangle or not. And then just use my existing thread to measure off 40 inches. This will take some time. You want to make sure that your students in your class have enough room at the table to prepare and cut all of their threads. Once I've cut all 7 strands to approximately 40 inches, I'll need to gather them together into a group. Eliminate any tangles or bends in the threads. You're then going to take your 7 strands and you're going to fold them in half by bringing the 2 ends together. Once you find the halfway point, pinch it right there. And you can do it yourself or have a friend help you. While it's being pinched, tie 1 overhand knot into your group of threads. This will not only hold your threads together while you're weaving, but it'll also make it nice when you prepare your bracelet for a clasp at the end. Pull that knot nice and taut so that it doesn't have any loose threads. I like to use a spacer, such as a pencil, on my next step to make sure that I have a loop in my bundle that's a good circumference. The knot is at the fold. I insert a pencil and once again pinch it and do an overhand knot to make a nice loop, the circumference of a pencil, so that I can clasp my bracelet and remove it later. Once your second knot is in place, you'll want to begin to load your weaving wheel. You'll notice that the weaving wheel has 8 notches and we have 7 threads. That's because one of these notches is going to remain empty at all times. We're going to lay the weaving wheel underneath the bundle of threads with the knot in the center and just hold it as we sort the threads. Every color of thread now will have 2 since we folded it in half, and we want to put each unique color in one notch of the wheel. Sorting the colors out and putting each unique color in one notch. So as I grab a color, I untangle it. If I haven't encountered that color before, I put it in a notch. As I work my way around, I find the different colors. Each one is going to go into a different notch around the wheel. If it's a little tangled at the knot, don't worry about it. You won't be noticeable when you begin your bracelet.